The chosen organization is Rio Tinto, which is a metal and mining company that operates in 35 different countries and is around to produce materials essential to human progress. Rio Tinto looks after holding CSR activities in their operation that are related to human rights, employment, land access. The purpose of CSR is related to giving back to the community for taking part in philanthropic causes along with providing positive social values. There are found to have several changes that are part of CSR and it helps in managing improvement in managing.
Rio Tinto achieved a strong operating performance across network in 2020, managing the challenges of weather disruption and implementation of strict measures to manage COVID-19. But major destruction of old caves in Jukan Gorge totally destroyed the Rio Tinto's reputation in terms of environmental and social performance. Shareholders have been very concerned about this issue like loss of indigenous heritage. Now new chairman of Rio Tinto needs to rebuild the trust of community and re-establish the leadership in environment and social performance. There is a big problem of CSR issue which facing Rio Tinto's and destroy
To the
reputation.
tragic event. So it's a pretty big toll. Rio Tinto's chief executive, John Sebastian Jacques, had already quit, and a few other executives had gone over what could only be described as a corporate debacle. How the wishes and the will of the Indigenous community were ignored over this. So incredibly damaging for Rio Tinto's reputation, and is going to be taking a very long time for Rio to rebuild that.
Rio Tinto places a high value on its employees and strives to protect the environment while building and operating. The firm may operate profitably and maximize profits by using creative CSR practices. They should focus on continuing to spend in areas such as safety, climate change mitigation, and employee training. They must also support local and national economies by treating suppliers properly. The corporation must become more representative of the communities in which it operates as well as to the world in which it serves. Understanding the way they can improve their connection with the host communities as well as assisting them in maximizing the economic benefits of the company's stay on their land should be a top goal or priority.
There are two main incidents happened in Serbia and Western Australia related to CSR activities of the Rio Tinto in very recently. Next, you can watch a small video clip of news broadcast on media about those incidents.
The Human Rights Law Centre has filed a complaint with the Australian Government on behalf of more than 150 bougainvilleans, using a little-known mechanism that can investigate if companies working overseas are complying with standards set by the OECD. The centre hasn't ruled out also taking legal action.
In light of what's gone on here in Australia with the Rio Tinto's destruction of Jukan Gorge, and the company's recent commitments to sort of learning lessons from that, we're hoping that in light of that they will look seriously at these problems.
Next, let's talk about accounting theories to address CSR issues. There are two main accounting theories as identified in here. They are legitimacy theory and stakeholder theory. Legitimacy theory is about how organizations engage with legitimization strategies by adopting CSR activities and CSR reporting. Rio Tinto has performed more environmentally friendly projects like reducing carbon emission and climate-related projects to adopt CSR activities and have disclosed all activities and their annual report. In stakeholder theory, mainly focus on what are the expectations of the stakeholders toward community and society for the corporate disclosure policies. Rio Tinto, as a mining and mineral company, always need to be concerned about the environmental sustainability and effect on the community.